Have you ever been mistaken for an undercover cop at a house party? My cousin invited me to his friend's house party last minute. I'd just come from my job as a security guard, still wearing black pants and a plain polo, looking admittedly square. I didn't know anyone except my cousin, who immediately disappeared to find his girlfriend. I grabbed a beer and stood awkwardly by the kitchen, doing that thing where you check your phone repeatedly to look busy. That's when I noticed people starting to act weird around me. Conversations would stop when I walked by. Groups would disperse. Someone actually threw a bag of something out the window when I entered the living room. A guy in a Grateful Dead shirt whispered loudly, "Dude's definitely a narc. Look at those shoes." I looked down at my black work boots. Apparently they screamed law enforcement. Within 20 minutes, the music had been turned down, people were pouring out drinks, and the host was frantically hiding something behind the couch. I tried to find my cousin to explain, but he was nowhere. Then things got worse. A girl came up to me, clearly drunk, and started crying. "Please, officer, this is my first time. I just had one pill. My parents will kill me. I'll do anything." Before I could explain, she was emptying her pockets on the table, pulling out pills, powder in little bags, and what looked like a joint. "This is everything, I swear." Others saw this and started doing the same thing, forming a line to confess. A guy handed me his car keys, saying he was too drunk to drive. Another gave me his weed pipe, apologizing for the smell. The host finally approached, sweating bullets. "Listen, officer, we'll shut it down right now. No need to call backup. Everyone's leaving peacefully." I tried to interject. "I'm not a cop. I'm just here with my cousin Jerome." "Sure you are," he said with a knowing nod. "Jerome, right. We'll cooperate fully with Jerome's investigation." The paranoia was spreading. Someone shouted that there were more cops outside. People started climbing out windows, jumping fences, abandoning their cars. One guy literally army crawled across the lawn to escape. A girl was crying in the bathroom, on the phone with her lawyer dad. Within 15 minutes, the party had completely disbanded. The host was following me around, asking if he was going to be arrested, offering to give up his dealer. "Please, I'm supposed to graduate next month. This will ruin my life." I finally got him to listen. "Dude, I work security at Target. I'm literally just here because Jerome invited me. Call him right now." But Jerome wasn't answering. The host didn't believe me. He thought it was a test. "I know how this works. You can't admit you're undercover. I watch crime shows." He started cleaning obsessively, pouring bottles down the drain, spraying Febreze everywhere. His roommates came home to find him scrubbing the walls with bleach. "The cops are here," he told them, pointing at me. They immediately started packing suitcases. One actually tried to flush a lamp because he thought it looked suspicious. "Why would a lamp be suspicious?" I asked. "That's exactly what a cop would say," he replied. My cousin finally emerged from a bedroom, shirt inside out, looking confused at the empty house. "Where'd everyone go?" The host grabbed him. "Your narc friend scared everyone away. Thanks for bringing a cop to my house, Jerome." Jerome looked at me, then burst out laughing. "He's not a cop. He's my loser cousin who collects action figures and lives with his mom." Somehow, that was more embarrassing than being mistaken for law enforcement. The host didn't believe it until Jerome showed him my Instagram, full of Star Wars merchandise and gaming content. No self-respecting undercover cop would maintain such a thoroughly nerdy social media presence. By then, it was too late. The party was over. People had thrown away hundreds of dollars in alcohol and other substances, and someone had already started a group chat called Emergency Evacuation, with my photo as the avatar. The host tried calling people back, but nobody believed him. They thought I threatened him. The rumor had already spread to other parties. "Cops are out tonight, dressed like dorks." For weeks after, people on campus would recognize me. "You're that undercover cop from Bradley's party." Even showing them my Target security badge didn't help. They thought it was part of my cover. Some dealer named Spider actually thanked me for not arresting him that night, said he respected that I let everyone leave peacefully. I tried explaining I had no power to arrest anyone. He winked and said, "Sure, officer." The effect lasted months. House parties would empty when I arrived. Bars would suddenly become very quiet. Someone started a Twitter account called Narkwatch with my photo, warning people when I was spotted around town. My dating life completely died. A girl unmatched me mid-conversation when her friend recognized my photos. My cousin thought it was hilarious. He started introducing me as my cousin the cop, just to watch people panic. He'd invite me places specifically to end parties he was bored at. "Wanna leave? I'll call my cousin." The reputation followed me until I moved cities for a new job. Even then, I had to delete all social media and start fresh because someone had tagged me in a known cops Facebook group with 5,000 members. My new coworkers don't understand why I refuse to go to house parties or why I always overdress casual just to avoid looking like law enforcement. Last week, I ran into the host at an airport. He still flinched when he saw me. "You traumatized me," he said. "I haven't thrown a party since." I apologized, but he just shook his head. "Honestly, you probably saved me from getting arrested for real. That house was out of control." He told me the girl who'd given me all her drugs that night was now a prosecutor. Apparently thinking she'd confessed to a cop scared her straight. She thanks him regularly for having an undercover at his party. I didn't correct him. Some misunderstandings are better left alone.